Hello everyone, and welcome to Game 8. The world of Alice fiction features a lot of interesting folklore, filled with riveting history and lore. However, on the battlefield, only a select few come out above the rest. So today we will present the cream of the crop among folklores to pull for and to put in your parties. We'll be splitting them into 3 categories: damage, support, and healer. Before we proceed, it's important to note that players don't necessarily need to have these folklore to make it through the game's content. Yes, they help tremendously, but they're no substitute to tactics and competent panel breaking. Also, while this list is applicable to majority of the game's PvE content, certain variables may affect the listed character's utility in the battle arena. We'll be releasing another video dedicated to covering PvP rankings for you guys as well. Now that we've established that, let's get into finding out who really are the best characters in Alice fiction. The damage category is self-explanatory. Folklore under this category possess the highest damage potential and have the ability to mow down enemies without breaking a sweat. Nietzsche is an amazing single-target attacker. And on top of that, she's only a 2-star. Very accessible, gacha-wise. Her crash skill does hefty damage on a single enemy, and her first active skill boosts her special attack and increases her crash skill damage. Her second active skill makes her a formidable enemy against recovery types. When you unlock her passive, it boosts her special attack further when there are 2 or more light allies in the party. So we've got Qin Shi Huang. For a debuff type, Qin Shi Huang can output damage that is comparable to an attack type folklore. Besides dealing good damage, Qin Shi Huang's crash skill also inflicts a physical defense debuff, which will help the rest of your physical damage dealers and Qin Shi Huang himself. The rest of Qin Shi Huang's kit is centered around making it easy to damage enemies with debuffs. He's a great addition to any physical damage party. Lancelot is a monster damage dealer, and is great for targeting and dealing huge damage to a single enemy. Lancelot's crash skill ignores defense and deals an extra 20% damage to the target enemy. Pair that with her 2 active skills that gives her more damage buffs, and the passive that increases her damage further when she's put in a party full of earth attributes, and there's truly no enemy that Arendite can't cut down. Last but not least on the damage dealer list is the mighty Musashi. Musashi is a similar type of damage dealer as Lancelot, a single target specialist. Musashi's crash skill allows her to deal massive damage to one enemy. Her active skill lets her increase her damage in exchange for her panels. Her second active skill turns 5 panels into her own panels, increases the panel phase allowing you more time to get those damage multipliers, and even lets you do extra damage to defense types. The catch, however, is that you get debuffed physical defense. Her passive increases her damage output as long as she's the only attack type in the team. So our support category refers to folklore who excel at buffing and debuffing. Under this category, we will see buff types, debuff types, and defense types. If you're looking for which folklore can help your damage character reach their full damage potential, or are looking for those who can protect your folklore for survivability, this list is where you look. Scipio is a great support character to have on the team if you want to improve their overall survivability. Her crash skill inflicts damage as well as reducing incoming damage from physical attack types to herself and another low physical defense character. Her first active skill lengthens the panel breaking phase and reduces all incoming damage to allies with low HP. Scipio's second active skill creates a barrier that can block damage up to a certain amount for 3 low HP allies. And her passive increases physical and special defense of the entire party if there are 2 or more light units and 2 or more buff type allies in the party. Rousseau is a special attack buff specialist. Her attack deals damage as well as increases the special attack of all allies except herself. Her first active skill allows her to boost the special attack of the 2 highest special attackers in the party, while her second skill gives the 2 highest special attackers added damage to attack types. Rousseau's passive boosts the special attack of all her allies as long as she is put in an all-special party. Rousseau is definitely vital to making an effective high-damage special attack party. Kojiro is one of the best physical damage buffers on the roster. The icing on the cake is that she's just a 2-star, which means it'll be easier to get her off the gacha. Every move Kojiro makes, she increases her teammates' physical damage. Her crash skill not only deals damage but buffs hers and the highest physical damage dealer as well. Her first active skill buffs hers and the highest physical damage dealer's damage and lengthens the panel breaking phase. Her second active skill buffs the highest physical damage dealer's damage at the cost of an ally's panels. And Kojiro's passive gives the party a physical damage buff if there are 2 or more water attribute allies in the party. Kojiro is just vital to maximizing the potential of a physical attack party. Perseus is a 2-star defense type focused on keeping the party alive. Perseus' crash skill not only damages but also increases the defense of one low special defense ally. Her first active skill forcefully makes her the target of enemy attacks, and grants her a barrier that blocks up to a certain amount of damage. Her second skill removes all defense debuffs on herself and boosts her own special defense. Her passive boosts her own special defense when there are 2 or more special defense enemies in the field. This category, on the other hand, is for those that can keep their party alive with recovery skills. The other healers are great folklore, but they aren't as specialized to healing as this next one. Asclepius is a pure healer. Her first active skill simply heals the entire party. Simple, but would be vital for facing enemies that deal damage on multiple targets. Her second active skill heals one party member and removes defense debuffs at the same time. It doesn't matter if it's a physical or special defense debuff. It's gone if Asclepius activates the skill. Her passive boosts the recovery rate of recovery type allies if there are 4 enemies on the battlefield. This will help keep her alive as she will gain more HP from her own heals. Nightingale is a healer that specializes in clearing buffs from enemies. Her crash skill deals damage and removes all status buffs from the target enemy. And her first active skill is a simple single target heal, while the second active skill can remove all buffs from an enemy, all the while boosting the special defense of one low special defense ally. So that's our list of the best folklore you can get right now. Hope this gives you some ideas of who to pull for in the gacha, or who you want to build your parties around. Mixing, matching, and min-maxing is half the fun in Alice Fiction after all. For more in-depth information on these characters, check our other videos and our website, which is linked in the comments below. Till next time, and happy gaming!